why did it go wrong? In other words, what caused your failure? I'm curious, have you ever sat down and maybe got a notepad and just listed out reasons why you failed? I did this last night. I am an entrepreneur at heart, and I have a full-time job, but I'm always sort of thinking about and imagining business ideas and different entrepreneurial pursuits that I could take advantage of. And so, having started and failed multiple businesses in the past, I went ahead and I started jotting down the whys. And it's very fascinating to me how we are so afraid of failure. Some of us, me included, we avoid the possibility of failure. It's this fear of failure that causes us to procrastinate and, busy ourselves with other things. And the list goes on. There are so many ways that we learn how to stay safe. We stay in our little bubble. We stay in our comfort zone. For me, I work a 9 to 5, and outside of my 9 to 5, I have noticed that I haven't been putting in as much energy and effort and focus as I could on building solutions that I have in mind. Instead, I'm so focused on work, and I give my all to the projects that come across my table. And so by the end of it, I am mentally finished. At least that's what I tell myself. And that's one of many excuses that I've told myself over the years. And I want you to go ahead and think about some excuses that you may tell yourself. You might say, well, like me, I don't have the time, or I'm exhausted, I need some rest. I need to, I deserve to treat myself. It's time to go see family, or, my health is important, so I need to go to the gym. All these things we come up with to trick ourselves, to avoid the uncomfortable feelings. And it's very refreshing when you take the time to just list out the why behind the failures. You will probably discover some trends. For me, one thing that I've done over the years that's sort of behind a lot of my failures is I don't really give certain assignments or projects or business pursuits 100% of my effort. I will, and then also, just thinking out loud, I overthink and I overanalyze and I plan too long and I don't take action as quickly as I probably should. But really, it's that lack of 100% effort that has caused me to fail in the past. And what's crazy is, of course, I failed because I wasn't giving it my all. There are probably so many things that you are really passionate about that you're willing to give your all to. Or maybe it's work, maybe because you want to impress, and you're a driven person and you have a high standard, maybe you give your all at work. And so I'm sure if you're watching this, you might feel the same as I do when 5:30, 6 p.m. comes around. It's 5:46 p.m. right now, and so I decided, instead of going home and resting and going to the gym and everything that adds up, and then suddenly I'm sleepy and I'm going to bed, we have to find ways to overcome the things that hold us back. And so I think understanding the whys, first of all, just bringing the whys to light. Why did you fail? Writing it down, thinking about it, trying to have sort of an out-of-body experience where you're looking at yourself and judging yourself as objectively as possible. That's a really powerful thing. If you yourself can analyze your actions and your input and the outcomes that you're seeing in your life and in the projects that you're maybe involved with, life becomes very interesting, because you don't have to wait around for advice from your friends or family. You yourself can set an appointment with yourself and dive into the whys behind everything you're doing. And so I hope that we can together take this introspective approach, and I hope that, again, you can study yourself like you study other things, and understand your motivations, understand your fears, understand everything you do. And with that understanding, I feel nothing is impossible.